Still okay, Tom?
We're good.
Okay, guys, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You know how 14-year-olds are? They think they're immortal and they can do anything? Well, I thought I could dive into the shallow end of a swimming pool. And obviously I couldn't. Well, I could do it once.
At the start of the dive, we all get together to discuss our strategies and talk about any concerns we have and generally plan our dive, agreeing upon our route, including pre- and post-dive activities or concerns. This is the map of Welland Scuba Park showing our route. We are all getting ready, but have to be aware of Tom overheating as it's a very, very hot day and sometimes it takes quite a bit of time to get everybody all geared up and ready. To explain our crew, Nesta in the water on the left is the lead dive master for today, and I, Anne, am the secondary. Nesta looks after Tom and I look out for Nesta and give him any help he needs. Marilyn and David are on surface support for today. Tom is in the middle. George will film above the water today, and Kenny, getting suited up on the right-hand side, is going to be doing the underwater filming. And so you were saying that when you used the ankle weights, it didn't quite work, so you moved them up to the knee?
No, and we had ankle and above the knee, but
yes,
when we were out swimming, and it ended up that he didn't need the ankle weights.
Okay, good.
Because
Okay.
it dragged his feet too much.
Okay. Tom checks to make sure his weights are okay.
You got the 7 pounds in the ditch weights?
4, 10 and a half, 10 and a half.
Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. Most of us don't realize we're mortal until we're in our 20s. Bad things only happen to other people. I mean, you know, it's just don't be the example other people learn from.
Marilyn and David are doing a great job here, making sure that Tom's all ready for his dive and got all the equipment he needs, and he feels very comfortable, ready to be put into his scuba gear and into the water.
Yeah, just grab the edge of the tarp and just roll me over a couple minutes. Just wait for the splash.
Back down underneath now. Towards me, please.
How about some down your suit and I'll get you some water to drink. Okay. You do the down the suit and I'll get the water.
Yep. Ready?
It's a very hot day and we want to make sure that Tom doesn't overheat.
Washing your hair.
This is something emphasized in our HSA training.
Woo! Is that a little hello? I'm behind the tank. You're facing there first. How's that? Yes?
Yep.
Hang on. Whoa. You gotta put his clothes on. Still okay, Tom? Got everybody.
We're good.
Everybody geared. Okay, guys, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
There's always that sudden shock of hitting the cold water. I woke up unconscious in the pool and I couldn't move. I was only unconscious for a few mere seconds, and then I was like, you know, my friend's beside me and he's like, quit horsing around. And he lifted my head out of the water and I said, you know, I can't move. Get me out of the pool before I drown.
After the dive, Tom and I got together in Toronto and had a chat about diving and what diving means to him. We also wanted to show some of our dive footage to Tom to hear a little bit more about his story and why he likes to dive. Hi Tom, welcome to Toronto. What physical adjustments do you have to make being underwater, Tom?
You have to get used. Well, like with because I don't have the muscle here in my arm. Normally I use gravity to straighten my arm out. It's one of the tricks that you learn.
Right.
Well, underwater, because your arm's floating, you have to adapt the way that you get your arms to straighten. Like being, you know, on another planet, basically. It's they call it the planet next door. You know, the Earth is 75% covered in water, so most people don't get to see it. We know more about the moon than we do about, you know, a half of our planet.
Some people have some trouble when they're descending. Do you have any troubles like that?
No, not really. You just, you know, rely on your equipment and your training, and just remember to equalize and keep breathing.
How long have you been diving for, Tom?
Well, I've only been diving for a year now, so.
Okay.
Like I started last October and stuck with the in class, and then it was chasing down pools, and then finally found pools, and then did some diving this summer. Well, with scuba, you don't have to worry about breathing. Well, you do have to worry about breathing, but there's plenty of air. And I'm not sure the name of that boat, but
What did you do, Tom, after your accident?
went back to school and finished high school and went on and got a degree in engineering, and I'm self-employed.
Did your family have any concerns when you said you wanted to go scuba diving?
They've known me for a while, and they know that if I set my mind to something, it's going to get done. So they know I'm a pretty thorough person, and I usually don't take undue risks. So.
Have you always liked the water, Tom?
Like there was a pool at the rehab center, and I did a couple of sessions there, and it just wasn't that much fun because it was basically swim until you ran out of air and then stop moving, and then they'd roll you over so you could take a couple of breaths, and then roll you back and swim some more. And
What are some important things to remember, Tom?
just have to remember to breathe so that you don't want to pop a lung.
What does it feel like, Tom, when you start to return to the surface?
Yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason, coming across the surface there, you get cold, but you're not cold under the water.
So is advanced diver the next step for you?
Need 20 total dives and the 5 specialty dives. So, you know, just to get beyond the 30-foot limit that we're at now. You know, when you get your advanced dive, you can pretty much dive anywhere.
So what do you think of the HSA diving program?
The dive program has been around for a while, long enough that people know what they can and can't do. And the training is top notch. So when I tell them that I've been skydiving.
You've been skydiving too?
Yes.
How was that?
It's good until the end.
Yeah. I don't think I could do that.
No.
What was the landing like? You were with somebody, yeah.
Yeah, we did the tandem dive, but we didn't quite plan it as well as we should have, and you know, 2 broken legs later.
Really?
Yeah.
For the other guy?
No, me.
Oh, you're joking.
You want to see the scars?
Really?
I could show you the bend in my leg, but it shouldn't be there.
Wow.
You're 14 years old, you're paralyzed, and you think that's, you know, just going to be put away somewhere. That'll be the end of it.
Marilyn Rundle and David Hurst, both HSA divers. Today doing surface support. Kenny Rockwell, underwater photography. And this is me, Ann Jackson, HSA Dive Master. Nesta Kopko, lead HSA Dive Master. George Partridge, videographer. Tom Schofield, scuba diver.
Ever heard of the traveling at breakneck speed? Well, it turns out that speed isn't that high.